And I agreed to counsel this couple. They've been married about 5 years. She looked like a sumo wrestler, and he was a little guy. And I started saying, there wasn't no intimacy going on there, and I'm trying to keep a straight face. I'm trying, this is awkward. I've never really counseled too many married people before, and so I said to him, so what seems to be the problem when it comes to the intimacy part? He said, because she's a fat beep, and she came over that table, and she grabbed him and threw him on the floor and got on top of him and started beating the crap out of him. And here I am, I feel like a WWE wrestling referee. I'm trying to pull her off. He's got 2 black eyes, probably broken ribs because she's punching him in the ribs and the face at the same time. And I finally get her pulled off her, and we sit down. It's like nothing ever happened. No wonder I don't do marital counseling anymore. And so what I want to tell you is this. 10 months later, she had lost 100 pounds. And she was pregnant with her 2nd child. I guess it worked. And they will tell you to this day, preacher man saved our marriage. Yeah. I sure did. I saved that little man's life and get beat to a pulp and get killed. I sure did. So weight control. Weight control. So somebody said, what's the difference between a man's girlfriend and a man's wife and a man's girlfriend? Oh, about 60 pounds. Well, maybe so. So how important is this? Let me tell you something. I have a friend. He has put a divorce weight on his wife. That's how important this is. Men want their wives to look good. It's in a need that they have. As a matter of fact, if your wife ever asks you if she's fat, for God's sake, say no and save your life. And most of the time, what you say, my man looks like the Michelin man. I'm talking about, listen here, we're talking about how men are. We're talking about how men are. I understand, but men are the most visually stimulated creation on the earth. And God made them to look. Don't ever forget this. God made them to look. And you want them to look at you, not some hottie out there or somebody on a computer screen.
But I'm going to let this debate play on. Shout out to RBR for being a very good irritant. However, I was able to ask some real pivotal questions. I was able to get a few points across that I believe African Americans, foundational African Americans, needed to ask or needed to hear from basically an immigrant of African descent. So I want to go ahead and play what just happened on Grandmaster Joe's channel. I'm gonna not have to make commentary regarding it at this moment because while I was here, I didn't get as much work done as I needed to get done. So now I got to go back to work. But I'm gonna play the conversation. I think it's well worth hearing her perspective and her ideology and her vision. And then it's well worth hearing the questions that I asked because I made sure that my questions were conducive to the things that she was saying, but also conducive to who we are as foundational Black Americans. So I put in some work for y'all today. Let's go ahead. Shout out to my man, Grandmaster Troll. Let's play this.
Fun of him for being short. If there's somebody whose mom a crackhead, they're going to make fun of his mom for being a crackhead. If sometimes somebody is tall, somebody is fat, somebody is ugly, hell, sometimes if somebody is too attractive, they get made fun of. That's just part of African American culture. But it's not always necessarily malicious, and it's normal. So just like somebody might, roast me, I'll roast them back. And we'll have a laugh and keep it moving. So you can't say roasting somebody for being different is quote unquote discrimination as far as African Americans are concerned. Also, can you name me a word that African Americans have to describe other culture to be derogatory towards other people in the diaspora? Similar to words like Akata. And I'm sure you have some words and your Liberian language that you guys use to describe African Americans. So can you name a word that African Americans have for other people in the diaspora?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this quick because I do have to leave like soon. So I'm just gonna address this point and then I'm gonna have to hop off. But to go towards the point, this doesn't happen in childhood. This happens to adults as well. My mother has experienced this in the workforce. So imagine as an African American person, you're eating chicken, you got the watermelon, whatever, like you pick out. That's very stereotypical food that everyone loves chicken, everyone loves watermelon. You got all the white kids sitting around you. Look at that black kid eating chicken and watermelon. And they cracking jokes and everything. You go to predominantly white school. That's going to traumatize you. You're going to go home and say, man, look at those racist people.
Trying to convert my attention to. Because if that's what it is, nigga, you about to be very shocked. I haven't clicked your video, but I'm thinking that's probably what it is. Because Tia Wells is irrelevant. So white people continue to make themselves relevant by calling people niggas. A dusty ass, filthy, broke ass white bitch. Dusty ass white bitch with multiple children that she cannot afford to feed, but study sending off money to a monkey. I'm supposed to give a fuck about this dusty ass white bitch calling somebody a nigger. Please explain. Bobby, shut the fuck up talking to me, dog. Shut the fuck up talking to me, dog. You still that fucking stupid? Nigga. A dusty ass white bitch calling somebody a nigger means what? That bitch is a nigger. Call that dusty ass bitch a nigger back and move on with your fucking life. The fuck is wrong with y'all niggas, man? I don't give a fuck about no shit like that. That bitch is a nigger. She's a nigger.
Both got played. You niggas ain't shit. Why you got played like that, man? Huh? You're getting played. Jamila's playing both of you niggas. You both getting played by Jamila. Don't you see? She's like, oh, I got these niggas in my spell. That means that LA, she's won. She has got you on her spell. Yes, nigga. You get it, frame it, screenshot it. You can say Bobby this. Oh, he broke down here. Oh, Bobby this, Bobby that. Oh, throw your twos up, throw your ones up, throw your 3,000s up, throw your fucking fists up. What the fuck does that mean? You cyber process! Pussy shit ass nigga. You are played, nigga. And Mike Mills, you've been played. You show y'all your fucking penis, your fucking little wee. What the fuck?
I knew that was coming. No, anybody else? Who else there? Smoke cigarette. Nobody but Chris, but you smoke. That's my cigarette. Thank you.
Hey bro. You can't even be drinking fall solid. No, so you gotta take it out and pull it out.
Okay. Excuse me, brother, man. I apologize. Can I finish here, leave?
No, you gotta dump it. Or you can take it outside. No,
I'm so mad now, right?
yes. I wouldn't even came over here if you wasn't so loud.
Sorry, but
You
you
go outside and drink it real quick and come back.
go outside.
I'm not watching this weekend.
Come on, brother.
I tell you that.
All right. I apologize. I'm going crazy. But you niggas.
what I say, they're going to feel how they feel anyway. But I do know this is a situation, and with situations like this, whenever you have people that want to put a narrative out, it will go on and on and on and on. So, Helen L said, I saw some BS on Sin today. They are such a disappointment as men spreading rumors. Sandra said, I'm tired of these trolls creating lie after lie after lie. I'm always going to be supportive. Well, thank you. Thank you too for that, Sharice. Parasite, I feel like I should have been made you a mod. Oh, is Ram here? Network said men are basically like bitches in this pro back. YouTube. Obsidian is playing your video on his, which video? This one? Oh, Rand said yes. Oh, this one. And that's fine. He can play it if he wants to. He would either go back to, again, these are people who are going to grab on to what they want to grab on anyway. That's just what they're going to do. T. Walker said, I'm so mad I wasn't able to finish your last live stream from the other night, Life of a Wife and Mom. Are you talking about the one where I discussed the documentary? Hey, Sade. SJ No Chill said, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. The problem is sometimes we don't know the difference. We went through shit like this before. Yeah. No kidding. That's the thing. Certain things when you think somebody is your friend, and then you find out differently, it can be it can be very, very disappointing. Thank you, Butter. Shout out to you. Lover of all things, Black said how what happened. I'm gonna get to that. It seems like a lot of people in here already know what happened because they've been seeing it. Network said it's amazing how people so easily flip on you. It is. It really is. It's definitely amazing, for sure. Nyla said that wasn't CK, whoever that was. She just changed the channel to her name. Her name is Nicole Branson. Yeah. Well, the thing of it is that's why I didn't mention the account, because I know people make fake accounts as me. So, yeah. Creamy said Obsidian and streaming today. Right. Of course they are. Renaissance Wellness really. Oh, he's talking to Ren. So. They're always coming for Queen Sin. The shit is tired. Seeing them, she's not the only Black woman on YouTube. Well, in this case, this is some information that's been an old conversation that's been put out by a woman that I thought was supposed to be my friend. She is, like, the account that she's using is not her account. It's not at all. This isn't just a random person at all. This is a woman that was supposed to be my friend. I trusted and confided too much in her, and she chose to make things public. That's an issue. Happy Nappy said, I watched some of it. They're so jealous. It's not natural. Well, the thing is, people have disliked me already. And Sweet Lady said she was never your friend. Well, here's the thing. Anybody that does that, it can't possibly be a friend. And so these are old, I would say these are text messages that were from months ago. That's just the reality about it, of what it is. Paul Gray said, I was listening to the Obsidian live stream this morning. He claims he has damning evidence against you about being pregnant by Robert. I don't believe that. I support you. Well, the thing of it is these text messages and things was put out and was disclosed to this person months ago. I have not spoken to her in since at the very early December. So right now she doesn't know anything about my current relationship. She's putting out stuff that happened months ago. However, the thing of it is for me, even if somebody's going to take something and take bits and pieces of conversation and use it to frame a certain narrative, the reality of it is this is a woman that I confided in. This was a woman that was supposed to be my friend. Okay? That's just the reality of what it is. It was supposed to be a person that was my friend. I confided in way too much. I trusted way too much. That's just the reality of what it is. I did not know that she had any intent of coming out and putting out personal conversations, and I don't know what's motivating it, to be honest. I really don't know what's motivating it. And now they are attacking a man that they don't even know and calling him a dusty beta male and calling me a hypocrite based on a situation that they really know nothing about. Sandra said, I think I know who it is, and I never thought she would do something like that because she was so likable. Neither did I. Neither did I. But you have people talking about my personal relationship and asserting that I sought out to find a man to just go get pregnant by. So now you have a lot of people out here who are making videos and making assumptions about my relationship, like I said, with a man who they don't even know. And so what I regret is disclosing personal information to this woman and thinking that she was my friend when she was clearly not. That is what I regret. And I regret that extensively because now my personal information is circulating around YouTube among people who wanted to find something on me that they could try and discredit me for and call me a hypocrite and all these. It just makes no sense. Well, it makes sense to me. This is just who they are. So. Little Miss Chocolate said, wow, what's wrong with people? Well, people are people, obviously, and you can't trust them. And I'm feeling like I'm learning a lesson in one of the worst ways possible, which is to not trust people. Chanel Virgo said, is it Cheryl?